Ah, 1912, what a year. Only a little while after the turn of the century, man has not only managed flight, but other social and technological achievements as well, with one of the pioneering countries being... But with the decreasing health of Edward VII's health, the twilight of his era and the peace he brought with it is coming to an end. And now we find ourselves at the beginning of our game. To be frank, I didn't know what I was doing in the beginning. This was like my second time playing the Great War Redux, and this is the unupdated version. This is the 1.16 version. So I was just going in blind. I decided to stick historical because, you know, I don't know if I'd be more interesting. I decided to only build zeppelins because I knew in the long term destroying like their buildings before they made proper planes would be more, you know, warfall infesting than just building like a 10 trillion recon planes. For God knows what reason, I decided to send Erich von Ludendorff off to fucking Tanzania. I don't think I ever remembered he was there. On the 6th of May, fucking Edward died. R.I.P. Bozo, I guess. And now I will tell you my wonderful evil plan. Basically, the plan is do what the Germans were gonna do before, like, the Russo-Japanese War. So I would get all my good citizens, kill Russia, then turn them all around and push the Western Front, and then win the war. I see no problems with this at all. In October, the fucking Turkish wanted some pre-dead ones, so, you know, being the wonderful ally, soon-to-be ally of the Ottomans, I decided to sell them to them. Because why not? Maybe it would come in handy in the future. Oh no. Even though I know I did. I know I fucking did. I turned on historical AI. Fucking for some reason Ireland decided to rebel. And they started winning. So I was bad shit scared, so I made them capitulate. For some reason the Raj took over. I don't know, man. In July 1911, I decided I wanted to get my bum fingered because I decided to start up the Agadir crisis. I did. Economic collapse. Very fun. I decided to be the bigger man and I decided to pull out of the, Morocco. But I did ask for my concessions to be, the historical choice, which were in the Congo. You okay, China? Looking a little bit sickly. The Balkan War started, and I think I failed to realize that the Italians also declared war on them, and they made zero progress. So you know what? Maybe this is a positive for us. Maybe we'll have a really strong Ottomans that will help us. Okay, I take back what I said about a big Ottomans. You know what we really need? A big Bulgaria! Yeah! Alright, my dreams of a big Bulgaria has also fumbled. I will shut up from talking. Oh, it's now 1914. I don't know if I'm gonna be ready for this one, Chief. Even though I've been preparing for 4 years for this, I didn't feel ready at all. The only preparations I kind of made were on the Russian border. The French one, I put my ships out to hopefully not get immediately naval invaded, but I don't think the AI was preparing to invade me anyways. On the 28th, the war finally happened, and I really need to get Russia like kicked out of Poland as fast as I can, because Austria-Hungary has begun to collapse. The Schlieffen plan was now on. We're gonna push into Belgium. And for some reason I didn't realize there was 10 divisions stuck in fucking Luxembourg. It made my push significantly harder, but it's fine as long as we can just stretch out the Western Front and deal with the Eastern. Everything will be fine. At some point, Bulgaria must have joined my faction. I can't remember. Anyways, I helped with the Serbian front at least. In September, I had my big breakthrough in Belgium. And it didn't get too far without being stopped, but at least I got Brussels. In Warsaw, I wasn't mainly pushing on the Polish front, but the front that did collapse was the Baltics. So I just started swarming that with like cavalry divisions I had. Update on the Ludendorff division. My prediction of not investing in 50 million recon planes played out because I'm just blowing up all the buildings with my Zeppelins. Green air for miles. You know how earlier I said the Eastern Front collapsed? Well, baby, look at Poland because I'm about to get a huge encirclement. I knew if I could just hold out until 1917 and the USA doesn't join, I would be completely fine. This war would be wraps by then. Look at Poland on the 5th, multiple encirclements. Now look at the 15th and they're all dead. I was making progress on, you know, the usual suspects, the Baltics, Belarus. And then I go down and check what the Ottomans are doing. They've just spent their entire force going down into Sudan, man. Like, good for them, I guess. It's taking away British divisions from the Western Front, so you know, that helps me. And then my worst nightmare happened. Ludendorff became the leader. No! I decided to call home his little chudlings because I guess they serve no more purpose now. Yeah, bro, you're not gonna get St. Petersburg, you gotta stop. If you're wondering why I'm not talking about, like, the Western Front as much as the Eastern, this is what it looks like half of the time. And also a bad thing being I missed the fucking fall of Petrograd. Or St. Petersburg, whatever. God damn you, Western Front. Here's St. Petersburg, still. Um, yeah, I knew by this time it was wraps for the Russians. The February Revolution's coming any second now. I should not have summoned a demon. In 1915, we sent Lenin off to Russia, which is a little bit early, but we needed dang it! In the Balkans, the French decided to take Thessaloniki for a future invasion into Bulgaria, so I just sent some couple militia divisions down south to, you know, stop them before they got any more land. Beware of the tank! No, but genuinely, by the time that news event came out about the tank, I was kind of dooming. You know, I wasn't making a lot of progress. I haven't even capitulated Belgium, but thankfully, due to the wonderful German scientists, we managed to quickly capture the tank. And we fit into what we believe it should be made into. But even after that, I was filled with hope. You know why? Because the most wonderful news appeared at my doorstep. Russia has collapsed into, well, not civil war, but, you know, it's about time they fall into Lenin, so, you know. That frees up one army. On April 5th, I established the Ukrainian puppet state, and by the 16th, we were not too far away from Moscow. It makes you think, can the Russians really come back from this? And the answer is no, because not too long later, they decided to send us a little ceasefire. Not a full capitulation, but, you know, it's a start. In June 1916, we finally started producing our own tank models. Some officers gave us a very outdated template, so we fixed that. But soon enough, we would deploy them eventually, but not currently. We haven't made enough. With negotiations with the Soviets being somewhat of a nothing burger, we decided to speed them up a little by, taking Moscow. Nothing too major. The Soviets finally tapped out, which means a whole shit ton of divisions off to the Western Front. Alright, see you later, sons. No problem, Mom. The first order of the new divisions would be just one straight at the enemy. Haven't tried that one already, totally. But somehow, it worked. Somewhat, yeah. I finally capitulated Belgium, so that was a victory. And I would be sneaking along the French coastline for a little while after. And we even had our little own Dunkirk. Aww. In Thessaloniki, almost guaranteed everyone in there died. Sadly, in November 1916, Franz Joseph died, the Kaiser of Austria-Hungary, leading to Karl I being his successor. Lenin got fucking shot. There will be soon no leaders, everyone will die. I probably should have stated this in the beginning. If I'm unable to capitulate the Allies, or the Entente, by January 1919, then I would force myself to capitulate. No matter about it. If I can't beat them in the time they beat Germany and I, well, I'm done. I would have to play base game. But I'm not going to tell you what happens. It's up to you to guess. And if you guess wrong, then never go into gambling, I guess. After 2 long years since the tank was first shown in combat, we finally produced our own in February 1917, and we put them on the Normandy front, and the plan is to flank the Allies and take Paris. I also forgot, I keep on forgetting that, but my Navy's been wiping the floor with the British and French. Like, the British had like 30 ships left, and the French had like 20. I still have like almost 300. So, my next plan was invade Normandy, do a D-Day a little bit earlier than I expected, with a bunch of horses, and it kind of worked. Almost all of them died. I'm pretty sure, almost all of them died. This push was really good, and it put us like breathing distance away from Paris. Problem was, no matter how much I tried, I could not break into Paris itself. So I would have to continue fighting around it for a little bit longer. But even then, during it, I managed to maybe even top the Russian Polish encirclement, because oh my god, there were so many divisions I killed. I wasn't joking about my navy being like super powerful. I just killed 3 Italian battleships. Maybe the only 3 Italy had. I decided to continue to be the evil little Moid doing the Race for the Sea, and my next objective was to capture Cherbourg. Here's a little time lapse. I didn't get it immediately, but the following month I did manage to encircle it, so. Now complete operational failure.
Okay, man, we gotta go attack over there. Any objections? No? Okay, I guess we're charged.
Yeah.
And after nearly 4 long, costly years, German divisions took Paris, and a little while later the Entente surrenders to the Central Powers. But this isn't the end of our story just yet. This has only been the first chapter, and I might show you the second one in the following week, or maybe the week after. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. It took me way too long to make, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.
And you don't seem to understand. A shame you seemed an